Hey guys, a warm welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going on another mission to try and save a rather unique Ferrari. But this story has quite a big twist to it. You see, the Ferrari in question has just spent the last 26 years underwater. So grab yourself a nice hot cup of this stuff, sit back and enjoy the adventure. The story revolves around a 1987 Mondial. Not the most desirable or collectible of models, I agree, but this one has an interesting history. It's the same production year as my Ratarossa, and even Ferrari Enzo himself was still alive until August 88, so it's quite possible he could have seen this Mondial roll off the production line. Back in the day, even the Pope would use a Mondial for public appearances. Only 987 models of the 3.2 coupe were produced between 85 and 88, which actually means there's less of these than F40s. So what happened to this poor Mondial? Well, take a look at this. Oh, sorry guys, I was just taking a break from filming. Us YouTubers have so much spare time on our hands. I like to spend mine playing my new favourite game, Raid Shadow Legends. You've probably heard of it, but if you haven't, it's one of the best around. Let me show you why. Check out my favourite champion, Gaelic. Let's summon him up in the tavern where I've given him some great upgrades. He's now hard as nails and not much gets past this dude in battle. And the latest raid news, well, first they've just added champion fragments, which lets you collect pieces of champions that you can use to summon specific awesome champions with special events running all the time. Then there's the new bazaar, which you can load up on high value items with gold bars you win in the tag arena. And they've just extended the daily login rewards up to 270 days with free champions available just for logging in. It's a crazy month for upgrades, so there's never been a better time to start. You can find me in the game under the name Ratarossa, and if you're quick, you can even join my clan. The game is free and Raid is now available on both desktop and mobile. So what are you waiting for? Go to the video description, click on the special links, and if you're a new player, you're going to get 100,000 silver plus 50 gems plus 1 energy refill and 1 free champion, the Executioner. All of that treasure will be waiting for you here. Good luck guys, I'll see you in there. Let's get back to the story. In June 2020, the Dutch Fire Brigade were on a training exercise and by chance discovered the Mondial deep underwater, covered in muck and no doubt happily inhabited by a few water creatures. With the help of the Dutch military and police force, it then took them 2 attempts to raise the Ferrari from the riverbed and finally see the light of day for the first time in 26 years. Amazingly, the Ferrari was virtually complete, and that surprises me that there's anything left at all of it. If you take a look at my current 80s Ferrari, the 308 project, which has been eaten away by rust under normal conditions, this Mondial lasted almost 3 decades in a river. The car was then transported to a special depot where it was given a thorough clean, and that's where they uncovered the VIN number alongside some interesting history that came with this Ferrari. The Mondial had been stolen in 1994 and then totally vanished. Being a 1987 build, this made the car only 7 years old at the time of its disappearance. These images are of the actual car being enjoyed on the road prior to being stolen. And here's the advert in the newspaper about the stolen Ferrari. Due to how long it spent underwater, all evidence was destroyed, so no criminal investigation was launched. The Ferrari was then handed over to the legal owner, the insurer, and then was transported to the scrapyard. So let's take a look around it and see how the Ferrari survived all those years in the river. As you can see, this car is way beyond economical repair. If it was a £50 million 250 GTO, that would be a different story. But taking a look at current Mondial typical prices, they range between £25,000 and £50,000. A few years ago, I also owned a 3.2 Coupe Mondial. That was an 88 car that I bought with engine problems for just £7,000. And after restoring the whole car, I sold it for £30,000. I was actually pleasantly surprised at just how good and underrated these cars are. I'll put the video link for that rebuild up there in the top corner. So this Mondial is highly unlikely to ever see the road again. So if this Mondial is scrap and financially not worth saving, and that's coming from me who tries to save every Ferrari, case in point Ratarossa, then why am I telling you about this car? Why am I trying to save it? And why not just let it get crushed? There's something within me that says this Ferrari deserves more. It was only driven for 7 years and spent all those years underwater. And to recover it and simply crush it just seems wrong to me. It's a poor ending for such an Italian supercar. I would like to see it have a bit more of a happy ending, and it appears I'm not the only one on the same mission. There are others who have been asking for little bits and trinkets of the car to make things such as coffee tables. And parts have already started to disappear from this car. I mean, looking around, I can't see too many items that are really salvageable or usable. If you can think of any, write them in the comments below. One thing that I just noticed, which is a little bit of a shame, is that the steering wheel on the Mondial seems to have disappeared. It was there in the earlier pictures. The reason is they are no longer available from Ferrari. It shares exactly the same steering wheel as the Testarossa, the early Testarossa. And if you can get one secondhand, they're about £1,000. And obviously the leather around the rim would have all been disintegrated, chewed away, but that's not hard at all to have that retrimmed. So yeah, it's a shame that one's gone missing. Now, if anyone was ever bonkers enough to attempt a full restoration on that Mondial, well, look what I've got in the garage to start you off. We could start a little fund, really, to acquire parts to rebuild the sunken Mondial. We've got the plenum chamber there, nice key piece in the engine. That'll start you off nicely. So where does all this leave our poor Mondial? Rumour has it that a local zoo would like to take the Ferrari and put it in their aquarium. And I think that's a fantastic idea. The car then gets to be seen and somewhat admired, And let's face it, that is a big part of Ferrari. They are literally modern art. And imagine that Ferrari surrounded by sharks. And I'm not talking about the sharks you see when you take your Ferrari for a service. I'm talking about real sharks with fins swimming around a red Ferrari. Now that idea I really like. And it wouldn't be the first time Ferraris have been used as modern art. French sculptor Bertrand Levier created this 308 GT4 art piece, which he almost immediately sold for $250,000. That gives me an idea. In 2017, artist Simon Birch created this masterpiece. After surviving a near-death brain cancer experience, he had his Mondial crashed at 100 miles per hour by a professional stuntman, filming the whole experience in glorious high definition to create modern art, which was then exhibited on 6 screens as part of a multimedia art project called the 14th Factory. So maybe seeing a Mondial in a glorified fish tank is not such a bad idea after all. You might even find that the car's value with its story is worth much more than a model in perfect condition. Currently the Ferrari is on display at a local scrapyard, but Dutch government rules say that unless a museum is willing to display it, it's going to need to be destroyed. So let's try and save this one, guys. Give me some ideas in the comments below what good use that Ferrari could be put to. Let's start a hashtag campaign, Save Ferrari Mondial, spread the word. Let's try and give this Ferrari some love that it really deserves. 26 years underwater, come on. Let's not let it get destroyed like this. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, check out Raid. You can also follow me on a daily basis over on my Instagram account. Until the next time, ciao for now.